A dung beetle is a type of insect from the family Scarabaeidae, known for its unique and essential role in ecosystems, particularly in waste management and soil health. There are over 8,000 species of dung beetles with a wide range of behaviors and ecological contributions. Here's a detailed look into what a dung beetle is and its characteristics. Dung beetles vary in size, shape and color depending on the species, but they generally have a sturdy body and strong legs adapted for burrowing and rolling dung. Their size can range from small, around 2 to 3 millimeters, to large, over 3 centimeters. They typically have a shiny metallic appearance or are dark and matte, which helps them blend into the dirt and dung where they spend most of their time. Dung beetles are primarily detritivores, meaning they feed on dead organic material, but they are most famous for consuming dung or feces from herbivorous animals. The way they interact with dung is fascinating. Some species, particularly those in the tribe Scarabaei, are known for their behavior of rolling dung into spherical balls. These beetles either roll the dung to their burrows or bury it in the ground. The dung serves as a food source for the beetles and their larvae. Other species, such as Geotrupidae or earth-boring dung beetles, prefer to bury the dung directly into the soil, where it will eventually break down and enrich the soil with essential nutrients. Dung beetles feed on the dung of herbivores like cows, elephants, or antelope. Some beetles also feed on the dung of omnivores or carnivores. The larvae of dung beetles are typically fed on dung while they grow, after which they hatch and emerge as adult beetles. Ecological role. Dung beetles provide a variety of environmental services that benefit both the natural world and human activities. First, let's talk about nutrient recycling. As dung beetles consume and bury dung, they help recycle nutrients back into the soil, such as nitrogen and carbon, which are essential for plant growth. This promotes healthier ecosystems and contributes to agricultural productivity. Then there's soil aeration. When dung beetles bury the dung, they create tunnels and passages in the soil, which improves its structure and allows better water and air penetration. This aeration benefits plant roots and enhances soil fertility. Next, we have waste removal. Dung beetles help keep ecosystems clean by removing large quantities of dung. Without dung beetles, animal waste would accumulate, leading to potential health hazards, bad odors, and a loss of biodiversity in certain ecosystems. Another key role is pest control. Some dung beetles also help control the spread of parasites. They bury dung, which may contain parasitic eggs or larvae, helping to break the cycle of parasitic infestation in herbivores. This is particularly important in reducing the spread of diseases and improving the health of animal populations. Lastly, supporting plant growth. By enriching the soil with nutrients from the dung beetles indirectly support the growth of plants. Their burrowing actions also help improve soil structure, allowing roots to access water and nutrients more easily. This can result in increased vegetation, which benefits herbivores and the larger food chain. Reproduction and life cycle. Dung beetles go through a complete metamorphosis with 4 stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. Here's how the life cycle works. Egg. The female dung beetle lays her eggs inside a ball of dung. Larva. Once the eggs hatch, the larvae feed on the dung surrounding them. They develop by consuming this nutrient-rich resource until they are ready to pupate. Pupa. After feeding, the larvae form a pupa within the dung ball or in a burrow. Adult. Finally, the beetle emerges as an adult, ready to continue the cycle. Types of dung beetles. Dung beetles can be broadly classified into 3 categories based on how they interact with dung. First, we have rollers. These beetles roll dung into a ball and take it to a suitable location to either store it or bury it in the ground. They typically roll the dung away from the dung pile. Next, there are tunnelers. Tunnelers bury dung directly under the pile where they find it. They create tunnels beneath the dung and fill them with dung to serve as food for their larvae. Lastly, we have dwellers. These beetles don't roll or bury dung, but instead live within the dung pile, feeding directly on the dung. Importance to agriculture and ecosystems. Dung beetles are crucial for maintaining the health of ecosystems and even agricultural productivity. Their actions help reduce the spread of diseases, promote healthy soil for crops, and even reduce greenhouse gas emissions by burying dung, which would otherwise emit methane as it decomposes. By removing dung quickly, they prevent the buildup of waste that could attract harmful pests and pathogens.